indeed, and welcome into the guest room. We're excited to have you. This is a podcast where we guess things. That's why we called it the guest room. We also record in a room. I'm your host, Mike. That's Kevin.
Dating.
That's Andy.
Is
That's
fun?
KD.
I said fun. Really
Hey, it's a sentence. It is a sentence. You jumped the gun a little bit. I hadn't introduced you yet, but you were just so excited that you could think of a word.
fun.
I know that one. It's more like, I can complete a sentence.
I can do that. I can do that. Oh,
I mean, we're lucky.
R.I.P.
We're lucky.
Anton Yelich.
We're lucky. Like, I didn't just freak out. I was like, dating is Kevin.
I still do date my wife, yes.
No, I guess I'm KD on this podcast.
And everywhere. Mm-hmm. All your fans on the street, they run up to you and say, KD!
You popped
that
out
what
and,
happens?
and your mom was like, hey, that's a KD right there.
KD looking kid.
Yeah, my mom has a pretty low voice. Yeah.
On that line, it's interesting.
What line?
You have the you popping
The
out
line of your mom's voice.
Your-
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You have the rare letter as middle name,
That's right.
which is cool.
What? Wait, what?
His middle name is also a letter of the alphabet.
A, B.
J.
That's right, J.
Jay.
Well done.
I like.
All right, so
100 points for Andy.
I think we should give Andy the tiebreaker.
the
A tiebreaker? I'll take a tiebreaker. Okay.
I mean, if it results in a tie
Yeah,
involving
which
Andy,
never
then
happens.
he wins.
If we had a tie.
No.
As mentioned before, this is a podcast where we guess things. And usually that means we've either prepared a Jepisode or a pub quiz for you. However, on this particular episode of The Guest Room, we have something very exciting happening that has not been done before. And that is listener participation in a whole new way.
Participation.
Yeah, no, we will be playing Jeopardy, which, as we know, is called a Jepisode. But this Jepisode has been prepared by one of our faithful listeners.
Is he a Patreon? She a Patreon? Patron?
They are a Patreon.
I cannot confirm because I don't have access to that information. but I don't think so. I think this one was just gifted to us by one Ben. And I'm going to be honest, Ben, every state in New England is the same to me. I think you're from Massachusetts. You might be from Connecticut. I don't really know. Ben's from the East Coast somewhere.
He is. He's probably a Pats fan.
He is a Pats fan. I know that to be true. Also Celtics, probably Yankees. Ugh.
What? Celtics and Yankees?
Yeah, all
Not
the,
Red Sox?
all the teams that win. All right, so today's episode has been prepared by Ben,
And
but
purported by Ben.
I will be running it as Ben is not here.
Is that yours truly?
I am yours truly. That's right. Now, any complaints? I guess if it's complaints with the delivery, you can direct them towards me. If it's complaints about the question or the category, you can direct it towards Ben. But I have done a quick scan of this board, and I'm pretty impressed at what Ben has done. So let's just get into the categories, and you guys can ask questions if you have any as we go. So, first category, Master of Masters.
Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh.
Uh,
Oh, is that about...
Your
Never
school?
you shall see. No, it's not about our school yet.
Is it about John MacArthur?
Ben and I went to a school called Masters together. It's nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Press conferences and interviews.
Nice.
Third on the list, Spoonerisms, Idioms and Expressions Edition.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And these are, well, you'll have fun with some of these. Category 4, lesser known quotes from better known movies.
I like.
I'd prefer the opposite. Better known quotes from lesser known movies.
Fifth is contronyms.
What's that?
What is that?
Contronym is defined here as one word or concept with two opposite meanings. Guesser must guess the contronym.
Oh, I used to know one of these.
Okay.
And then last, people...
Yes, I remember one.
Okay. People
What
with,
is it?
No, I'm not telling you.
Tell us. Is it
Tell
contronym?
us. People with animal names.
Tiger Woods.
100
100 points. Andy.
We shall
Andy
see.
with the second tiebreaker.
And there is a daily double. Ben has given us a daily double. He did not provide us with a Final Jeopardy question, so that will be supplied by yours truly. And to
Thank
start
you.
out today, it's going to be KD. leading us off.
All right. Let us begin with press conferences and interviews for 100.
All right. For 100. In one press conference, this word was said 22 times by Allen Iverson. KD.
Practice.
That is correct.
We're talking about practice.
Kevin, can you please keep score?
Not the game. Not the game. We're talking about practice.
Have you seen the... Well, maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, you probably
talk about
shouldn't.
it, but there's a good mashup
there is.
with that in another interview.
200.
200. The title of the ESPN special that revealed LeBron James's plan...
Katie. The Decision.
That is correct. To leave Cleveland and join with the Miami Heat.
300.
For 300. This college football coach once defended one of his players by telling KD.
Mike Stoops.
No, Andy. Mike Gundy.
That is correct.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
That's right.
I can take it.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Wow. Oh, no, that was...
Yeah, so subtract the KD points and add the Andy points.
Let's go 400.
All right. Bill Belichick once famously responded to multiple interview questions. Kevin.
On to Cincinnati.
To multiple interview questions with some variant of on to Cincinnati. His team had just lost 41-14 to this opponent.
Dang it.
Ugh, Katie.
KD.
The Jets.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Flargan Dougals.
Andy? The Chiefs?
That is correct.
Wow. Wow.
Stone Cold takes...
I love Ben.
Could have taken his 400 points and run, but took the 800-point swing. That was a big round. Big question for Andy. Yes, that was frustrating, but you did jump the gun a little bit. Andy, the board is yours.
But
That's
every other question to that point was what was said in the press conference.
Complaints directed towards Ben.
500.
500. This sports reporter died in December of 2016 and was known for wearing outlandish...
Kevin.
I'm going to go with KD there.
Oh, gosh, no.
Yes.
Andy,
No.
Andy,
No. He hasn't been proven wrong yet.
Nope.
Kevin.
Craig Sager.
Dang it.
That is correct. Wearing outlandish and colorful suits.
Dang it. I was on Marv Albert. I couldn't get off of Marv Albert. That's
Prominent role in-
things I shouldn't have said.
NBA 2K7.
Man. One thing I will say about this board is we're into it.
Yeah. And
Like,
it's,
way to go, Ben. We're
it's
only
a
5
totally
questions
new
in.
slice of information. Like, I mean, obviously we know these things, but it's stuff that we haven't yet come up with, and just coming from a new brain, it's fun.
Absolutely. 600.
We like
right.
new brains.
600. This NBA star was criticized for making light of COVID-19 when Andy.
Rudy Gobert.
That is correct. When he touched all the mics at his podium and then later came
And he
down
just
with
got it
virus.
again.
What got into you today, Andy? Like Fast Andy needs to go away.
This is daylight,
Ooh,
Andy.
fast. Oh,
Lunchtime, Andy.
don't like that.
Let's go
We need to get him a lot of candy and sugar so he just passes out.
lesser known quotes from better... Or what?
Yeah,
what?
lesser known quotes from better known movies.
Yeah, let's do that for 100.
I abbreviated that category lesser from better movies.
Ben gives us some additional information. Clue is the context plus the quote. Answer is the specific movie, not just the series. So you need to know the specific movie that it's from.
Okay.
The guesser does not need to know which character said it.
By the way, after one category, KD negative 900.
Ooh, yeah. I'm in the Andy role.
Yeah.
Kevin 100. Andy 1300.
Oh my gosh.
What a lead. All right.
Wow.
For lesser known quotes from better known movies for 100. Enjoying a hard fought victory, a short protagonist quips, "The salted pork is particularly..." KD.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
That is correct. Is particularly good.
That's just weird. The conflict is in the two towers, but
Do you remember who says it? Doesn't
Pippin.
matter. But
The
yes.
salted pork is particularly good.
Particularly good.
And Gimli's all
Salted
like...
pork.
Salted pork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That was
Katie.
an extended scene. 200.
3 characters complete this description of a bumbling character who wants to help. I may not be very tall, but I'm slow and large and a dork.
Can you repeat it, Mike?
3 characters complete this description of a bumbling character who wants to help. I may not be very tall.
Kevin. I forgot what we were looking for, and then I remembered. It's the movie Space Jam.
That's correct. I may not be very tall, but I'm slow and large
And a dork.
and a dork.
300.
Characters are Stan, Sylvester, and Daffy. All right, for 300. An automated captain on an airplane asks, would you care for more mimosa?
Kevin.
Kevin.
The Incredibles.
That's correct. Would you care for more mimosa? I love that Ben gave me these. All right, for 400.
Yes, for 400, please.
Mike is just
I
can't
have
wait to
stolen
read
your
it.
thunder. All right. A protagonist turned villain yells, it's not about what I want, it's about what's fair.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Revenge of the Sith.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
You know, I was thinking the same thing, but I can't picture the line, but it seems so much like what Anakin would say.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. It's not about what I want, it's about what's fair. It's from The Dark Knight, Harvey Dent.
Huh.
Two-Face.
500.
All right, for 500. In this movie, in the popular Wizarding series, Arthur Weasley asks, tell me, what exactly is the function of a rubber duck?
Okay, someone started off and guessed one of them.
I have so many negative points already. If there was a lower bound on negative points, I would guess.
Andy, it kind of falls to you to do it right now.
No, it falls to falls to KD to.
I'm not in full Andy mode. I'm still trying to win.
Are you still trying to win?
We should all get guesses for no points.
All right, guesses for no points all around. Boop, boop, boop.
Azkaban.
No.
It's the only one I know.
The one where there's a competition with what's his face from the Twilight series.
Ooh, Shuffle Face?
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called. So I don't know. I've seen each of these once. I'm not well versed. Andy, do you have a guess for no
No.
points? All right, it's Chamber of Secrets.
No.
Maybe I was right. Maybe not. I don't know.
Looks like
Still
Kevin.
600.
Board is still yours. All right, for 600. A rasping penguin asks, what's the point in prolonging the inevitable? We're all just one stitch away from here to there.
Can you repeat it?
A rasping penguin asks, what's the point in prolonging the inevitable? We're all just one stitch away from here to there.
This is a better known movie?
There's not many movies with penguins in
I
them.
know.
What about rasping penguins?
Even more so.
Wrestling Penguin sounds like a username.
Oh, wait. Read it again.
A rasping penguin asks,
Read it again. Oh, you are.
what's the point in prolonging the inevitable? We're all just one stitch away from here to there.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Toy Story 3.
Sorry, that's KD.
Toy Story 2.
That is correct.
Oh. I was ready.
Yeah, the penguin's name is Wheezy.
Oh. Appropriate. Apropos.
Ben, you're killing me.
All right, so after two categories, what's our score?
No one has seen Toy Story 2.
Well, everyone has, but they don't like it.
Right. So it's not better known. Score is me, -400, KD, -200. Andy's still at 1,300.
Wow. All right, Katie, the board's yours.
Let's do people with animal names for one.
People with animal names for 100. This athlete is best known for a video game series.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Tiger Woods.
Sorry, that's incorrect. For a video game series and for landing the first 900 on a skateboard.
Kitty.
KD.
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
Oh.
That's two of those for Kevin this game. It's funny because we mentioned Tiger Woods earlier on.
Oh.
All right, KD.
200.
At least it was only a 100-point question.
Yeah.
This musician is best known for rapping, but he can also be recognized for roles in multiple movies, shows, and commercials.
Kevin.
Snoop
Dogg.
That's correct. Notably, the commercial where he's handing out beer and never runs out of beer.
Yeah.
He's got a bucket with 3 beers in it.
Yeah.
Still has 3 beers by the end of the
That's
commercial.
right. Friends. How many of us have them?
Friends.
Ones you can depend on.
Friends.
We don't
Have
know
some
the
more Corona. 300.
All right, for 300. This actor has played the antagonist in a Spider-Man film and the protagonist in a Quentin Tarantino film.
Can you read it again?
This actor has played the antagonist in a Spider-Man film and the protagonist in a Quentin Tarantino film.
Kevin.
Jamie
Foxx.
That's correct.
I just had to think through the films.
Peek behind the curtain. He's been the answer to another question today.
And an answer given in
And an
another
incorrect.
question.
Yeah. Tony Montana.
Oh, yeah. 5. Wait, 5?
Yeah.
Wait, that was 4?
That was 4.
What was 3?
No, that was 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought. People deleting stuff early? 4. I'll wager 4, Alex.
All right, wagering 4.
Alex.
This movie director is probably best known for his work in animation, but his live action credits include Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol and Tomorrowland.
Man, if that's a 400, I'm not getting the rest of these.
Okay, say it again.
This movie director is probably best known for his work in animation, but his live action credits include Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol and Tomorrowland.
I'll guess Bear Grylls.
Sorry, that's incorrect. I was looking for Brad Bird.
Never heard that name in my life.
Neither have I. And
Whoa, there's a director you haven't heard of?
That's a dumb question, obviously, if I haven't heard of him.
Oh, wow. Episode title.
500.
All right, for 500. This British adventurer is best known for his survivalist show on the Discovery. Kevin.
Bear Grylls.
That's correct.
Wow.
How did you hold in that
It
laugh,
was hard
Mike?
to keep that together.
I should get the other one just for knowing what the next one was going to be.
Wow.
600.
All right, for 600. This American politician was the 50th Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Kevin. Newt Gingrich.
That's correct. That's a great animal name.
That's awesome.
She turned me into a newt.
No, she
Got
didn't.
better. Kevin, the board is yours.
All
What's the
right.
score?
After we're halfway through. Katie's at negative 100. I'm at 700. Andy's still at 1300. Having answered three questions right in the first category and nothing else.
Just sitting pretty.
Will we be able to catch him with all of our
I won't.
floundering? I've been doing a lot of floundering over here. It's okay. Let's go with contronyms for 100.
Contronyms for 100.
Yeah, what's the one that you knew?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one to myself.
I dare you to buzz in, but right now.
It's probably like the 500 point one.
Oh, wow.
All right. Remember, you must guess the contronym. On the one hand, it means to sprinkle particles like powdered sugar. On the other hand, it means to remove particles like dirt.
Katie,
KD.
sift.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
I think that's right.
Boop, boop, boop. Sorry, I'm looking for dust.
Ah.
Wow.
I think sift is right.
I don't think you remove particles like dirt by sifting.
200.
All right. Contronyms for 200. On the one hand, it means to separate like with a butcher's knife. On the other hand, it means to join fast. Kevin.
Cleave.
That is correct. To someone else.
300.
All right. Contronyms for 300. On the one hand, it means a disability. On the other hand, it means a given competitive advantage. Andy.
Handicap.
That's correct.
400.
For 400. On the one hand, it means to swing and hit. On the other hand, it means a swing and a miss.
Andy.
Andy.
Strike.
That's correct.
500.
For 500.
This is hard.
Not for Andy. On the one hand, it refers to something that remains. On the other hand, it refers to those who have departed.
How many negative points do I have?
You're at negative 200.
Katie,
KD.
remainder.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Can you repeat it?
On the one hand, it refers to something that remains. On the other hand, it refers to those who have departed.
I have a guess for no points.
I'm still thinking.
Ben, your board doesn't mesh well with me. I think it's time we break up. It's not you, it's me.
I wish I was competing with Ben's board.
Ben ought to have known.
Ought to have.
What are the points?
2,900, negative 700.
Watch out,
Can you read it
Andy.
one more time?
On the one hand, it refers to something that remains. On the other hand, it refers to those who have departed.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'm going to guess with the caveat that I get to blast him if I'm wrong. Kevin, ghost.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
The ghost of what remains? Those who departed are ghosts?
It's simpler than that. It's just
No, that's pretty simple.
the word boop, 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 left. What's left is what remains. Who's left is who has departed.
Mine was better.
I don't know. I like that one.
600.
600. In terms of murder, it's the most severe, but in terms of burns, it's the least
Katie?
severe. KD.
First degree.
That's correct.
That was the 600-point question? I'm sitting there thinking something hard is coming, and then all of a sudden it throws me this easy thing, and I'm not ready to buzz in.
I love not being responsible for this.
Golly, that was dumb.
All right, KD.
Ben,
the board.
I think the other
gets frustrated.
Ben, I think the other Kevin's about to break up with you too. It'll just be you, Andy. And
Every
Mike.
time I get close to Andy, he gets like 2 more questions right.
Yeah, it's great. Have I answered anything
Go
incorrectly?
away.
By the way, have I lost points?
No, go.
Oh.
Let's do spoonerisms. I forget what I and E stand for.
Idioms and expressions.
Edition
Edition.
for 100.
All right. An idiom referring to a violent altercation between two women and an obese bird of prey.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Fat kite.
That's correct. Spoonerism of catfight.
200.
For 200. An idiom that advises not to risk stirring up trouble by interfering in a dormant conflict, and advice to allow resting pieces of wood to rot and meet their end. I will reread.
Can I have a pen? I need a pen.
An idiom that advises not to risk stirring up trouble by interfering in a dormant conflict, and advice to allow resting pieces of wood to rot and meet their end.
Andy,
Andy.
let sleeping logs die.
That's correct.
Yes.
It's a whole new type of spoonerism.
What?
It's let sleeping dogs lie.
But it's
It's only the last part of it.
Yeah.
It's a spoonerism within an idiom.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
I love it.
Wait, what is it? Sleeping dogs lie and
Let sleeping logs die.
Wait, sleeping dogs lie and sleeping.
Can we wait for 8 hours before we finish this board?
But you need to let the sun go down on your anger.
On my Andy.
I thought the 8 hours or so you could fly to Massachusetts and
give him a wet willy or
I'd
something.
hope he was in the right state. Ben, you're making friends and enemies at the same
man,
time.
it's
I
fantastic.
already know Ben.
he's already my enemy.
Let's
No,
go,
I thought I liked him.
Let's go 300.
All right. Spoonerisms for 3. Jesus' last command as a strategy to make disciples and the organized strategy to help the female lead from Lost get a few inches taller.
Read it again.
Jesus' last command as a strategy to make disciples and the organized strategy to help the female lead from Lost to get a few inches taller.
I have something that can't be true, but I think it's funny.
How long is this?
Normal length?
I don't understand. I wish I knew who the female lead was.
Read it one more time.
Jesus' last command as a strategy to make disciples and the organized strategy to help the female lead from Lost to get a few inches taller.
I assure you, I know more about Lost than anyone at this table. And I can quote Matthew 28:18 through 20 to you. And yet I see no way in which this can work.
Hold, please.
That's where I need to know how long this is.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it's not
like,
worth
you
guessing.
can't do something with an ungettable answer when you're trying to catch up.
I'm not going to guess, but
What?
Are you going to guess?
No. Beep, beep, beep. It's ungettable.
okay. So like, it's go baptizing. Like, is it bow and baptize? I don't know what that would mean.
Kevin, what would you call Matthew 28:18 through 20?
the Great
The
Commission.
Great Commission.
Okay. And what's the name of the
Kate
female-
Grow mission?
The Kate Grow mission. I love it.
Like,
Oh,
It's clever.
That is good.
I thought it was good.
but
The Kate Grow mission.
We've had spoonerisms like that before,
Yep.
and
read the prompt one more time.
Jesus' last command as a strategy to make disciples, and the organized strategy to help the female
Okay,
lead
the
from lost.
Great Commission is not a strategy.
it's the title.
Go and make disciples is the command, and then it tells you other things to do. But I'm sorry that, and I was deep in the weeds with Evangeline Lilly, thinking evangelize and Evangeline, but you're not changing the end of the word. This is dumb.
It was clever.
It was a good idea.
No.
You could have used something else to get to Great Commission rather than that clue.
Is it my board?
It was
Yeah.
whoever got sleeping logs.
Oh, that would be me.
Yep.
Whatever's next. 5? 4.
400.
400.
An idiom derived from car trouble that means to lose your temper and to illuminate the hoop at the end of a court.
Repeat it.
An idiom derived from car trouble that means to lose your temper and to illuminate the hoop at the end of the court.
Kitty.
Katie.
Let's see. Blow a gasket or glow a basket.
No.
That's correct.
Well, it's your.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps the middle word could be changed, but that is the spoonerism. Glow a basket. Katie, the board is yours.
5.
For 500. An idiom implying that the first to arrive will have success, and the idea that the first to speak up will secure the level path on the side of a slope.
You repeat it?
An idiom implying that the first to arrive will have success, and the idea that the first to speak up will secure the level path on the side of a slope.
Kevin,
Kevin.
word gets the berm.
That's correct.
Is a berm necessarily on a slope?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know what the whole level path thing
We
is.
can go bang that when we're done.
I had the wrong
I'm not binging anything.
expression. I had if you're not first, you're last.
Can't take the country
I
out of the
could-
girl, can you?
Oh, just can't.
I had the right thing. I was like, I don't know how spoonerisms with 8 words work. Like,
Yeah,
Well,
it's like you have to choose a
agree
word.
with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently.
Idioms and expressions edition.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin, the board's yours.
Oh my gosh, 600.
All right. Spoonerisms for 6. A military strategy that uses displays of power to strike fear into the enemy, and a duo made up of a villainous doctor from Spider-Man and a recurring antagonist from the Fast and Furious series.
Repeat, please.
A military strategy that uses displays of power to strike fear into the enemy, and a duo made up of a villainous doctor from Spider-Man and a recurring antagonist from the Fast and Furious series.
I'm going to guess just because I can. Is it Hawk and Shaw?
Andy.
Andy? Hawk and Shaw?
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Does Ben know you can't make a spoonerism with a vowel?
I don't know what's in Ben's head.
Kevin,
Kevin.
Ock and Shaw.
That's correct.
Oh.
Andy added an H.
Sorry.
Shock and haw.
Oh. I knew that, but
Can I
wait,
just say-
awk and
I think we've
So-
done voweled spoonerisms before.
no, but but if you actually did it right, like
Be-
if you take shock and awe, you take the first thing, whatever that is from awe, even if it's the A, it would be awk and sh.
I just take umbrage with the fact that he assumes that anyone is watching the
Umbrage.
Fast and Furious movies.
Umbrage.
Umbrage.
Umbrage counter at 1.
Yeah.
Every episode has one.
Well, maybe not.
I don't know what's
I
happening.
lost points in. Oh, well.
All right. Kevin, I believe the board is yours.
Yeah, the board is mine.
What are our scores after 5 categories? One to go.
With one category to go, Katie at 300, Kevin at 1,500, Andy at 1,600.
Whoa.
I feel good.
Things have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Things have happened. Things have
Right.
transpired. All right. Master of Masters for 1.
All right.
What is this?
No explanation was given.
Okay.
Wow.
This early 2000s war drama stars Russell Crowe,
Kitty.
KD.
Master and Commander.
That's correct.
200.
This military officer is central in humanity's fight against the Covenant in a famous video game. Kevin.
Master Chief.
That's correct.
300.
Master of Masters for 300. This Italian term is a title of honor commonly used for conductors of an orchestra.
Kitty.
KD.
Maestro.
That's correct.
4.
This figure of speech is used to refer to someone who is relatively skilled in multiple disciplines.
Kitty.
KD.
Oh. You think I would know it if I buzzed in.
Yeah, you'd think that.
A master of all trades.
Andy.
Andy.
Wait, whoa. He was not pronounced to be wrong before Andy said his
Okay,
name.
fine. Go ahead and pronounce him wrong.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Andy.
Technically, Andy got it based
Andy.
on the recording.
Master of none.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's correct. Yes, the full phrase is Jack of all trades,
Yeah.
master of none.
Oh,
Oh, what? Oh.
If you were a master of all trades, you would be really skilled in
Yeah.
multiple disciplines,
Oh.
not relatively. We've done that multiple times where the
Yeah.
guesser was not pronounced incorrect and a new guesser was allowed to buzz in. That happens much.
Yeah.
Umbridge.
Umbridge count two.
500.
And
Umbridge called.
This Jedi Council member was best known for commissioning a clone army to
Kitty.
KD.
Master Sifo-Dyas.
That's correct.
Oh.
Master Sifo-Dyas made it into a episode.
Gross.
Will you tell
Gross
your
call.
Master Sifo-Dyas?
Oh, man. To be created by the Kaminoans. Katie, the board is yours.
6.
To call this Kung Fu warrior master would be redundant because his name in Mandarin means master.
Kevin?
Kitty.
Kevin.
Master Shifu?
That's correct.
Dang it! Yeah. Were you deciding between Oogway?
Yes, I was.
How did you end up going with Shifu?
Shorter.
Because
There's no way Oogway
I don't
is a
know.
word.
I don't know.
Just imagine people going around, Oogway.
He's more of a central character. That's why.
Okay.
Actually, I think I would have said Oogway, actually.
All right. Where do scores stand after the 6 categories?
Katie at 800. Andy at 2,000. Wow. Kevin at 2,300.
Wow.
And I think there's been more right and wrong total guessing in this episode than any other episode that I've ever seen. There's a lot of pointage on my board right now.
Normally, I'd be optimistic, but Ben didn't create this Final Jeopardy question.
that's right.
Oh, good point.
He did not.
So,
Normally, after this one episode where you did well with Ben's question. All right. Your Final Jeopardy.
can we just call Ben live on the air and just have him come up with something?
Your Final Jeopardy category is U.S. geology.
Oh, no. He's a water guy.
Dag
Of
nabbit.
course he knows.
No, we had that
I think the
second
answer-
grade
I think the
Earth
an-
question, and I didn't know any
I
of
didn't
those
say
things.
hydrology.
I think the answer was going to be aqueous.
My chemistry teacher always said aqueous.
What are the scores again, Kev?
You have 800. Andy has 2,000. I have 2,300.
I could tell you all about L-Napples, light non-aqueous phase liquid. Or
I've heard that before, and I don't know why.
D-Napples.
Oh, I've
Dense.
heard Dean apples.
I can tell you about Dem apples.
Jet fuel is an L-Napple.
Huh.
You know what's really, really bad is that, like, everyone's like, wow, that's boring. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
really? Tell me more about L-Napples. Okay.
At least Katie understands. I mean, yeah, I was like, wow, that's boring.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Katie, what's your wager? Thank you. All right. Your question is, or your clue. This 800-mile-long feature was discovered and named by Andrew Lawson.
800 miles?
800-mile-long feature.
What kind of feature?
One that could be categorized under U.S. geology.
U.S. geology.
Andrew Lawson, you say?
That's right. He discovered and named it.
Andrew Lawson.
Really? I feel like you should tell us when.
Sorry, that's not in here.
Does Andrew Lawson have a villain name? that we should know him by?
Hawk.
Landrew Austin?
Discovered?
And named. Sorry, Ben, if you feel like the feng shui of your board was totally thrown off with this question.
More the groove?
I'm sorry.
Can I look at a
Thrown off
map?
The Emperor's
No.
Groove.
Can't I look at a map?
No.
What?
Was this
To
a-
find all of the 800-mile long things?
Is this?
It's not 20 questions, no. you
It-
must supply me
Can
with...
can I ask a question that
Yes.
is U.S. geology like the U.S. or like
North America?
Dude,
or like U.S. owned things?
just write an answer, man. We let you ask the question. not
Okay,
write
then
the
it's gonna be
answer.
no. Then so I'm not gonna go with that.
It's gonna be a no from me, dog.
What is that even from? I don't even remember.
American Idol.
For that reason,
Oh, really?
Can
I'm
I have
out.
Can I have a pen? Pen doesn't work.
What happened to your pen, man?
It's your pen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What happened to your pen?
Man. Ooh, Pen Man. New category.
Ship.
Pen, man?
Bible Man. Mammals, non-man.
Oh. I'll take it back, thanks.
Pull a Kevin and give you the bad one.
All right.
You should have.
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
This is not
This
right.
is terrible.
This is not right.
All right, Katie.
KD, reveal. KD has a bunch of crossed out stuff, including Appalachian Mountains, San Andreas Fault, and Aleutian Islands, and goes with Cascade Mountains. And loses 0 points because he wagered 0 points.
Oh, I don't know why I was stressing so
I
much
had
about that.
I had an answer that you had,
Andy.
which makes me feel somewhat better.
Really?
Andy says the San Andreas Fault and has wagered 2,000 points. And Kevin says
San Andreas Fault.
the San Andreas Fault and gains 0 points, but Andy gains 2,000, having gotten that question correct. And being the only person who wagered any points on Final Jeopardy.
You wager anything?
No!
Wow.
The chances that I was going to get a geology question were minuscule.
Wait.
That's
Ben,
so
I love
weird.
you. Oh man, I'm
Well,
glad that I
I
talked myself out of my answer.
I am
flabbergasted.
I'm sick.
And I am agog. Well, I don't know. Well,
Obviously,
I can't
it was the
believe
San
that
Andreas Fault.
Why is it obvious? It's called San Andreas.
Because it's the only 800-mile feature that fits the definition of U.S. geology.
There's like rivers.
Yeah.
Rivers.
Yeah.
There's like rivers.
Name an 800-mile river in the
The
U.S.
Columbia
Is that in the U.S.?
and Canada.
Okay. So it's not just the U.S. then?
I would still call it U.S. Is that
Obviously,
even
it's just
geology?
obviously the San Andreas Fault. Like that question
Was
had
that,
only
was that
one.
obvious? Was that obvious to you?
Yes, that question only had one right answer.
Oh wow!
Clearly.
Clearly,
Hmm.
Did
not
you
for me.
waffle between anything? Or
Well, see, I didn't know. So I'm making myself look really dumb here. But I thought for a second that maybe it was like the Panama Canal.
Oh my god!
But then I was like, not 800 miles, obviously.
Panama Canal's like a
30.
mile and a half.
No, I think it's more than that. There's a lake in the middle and all that stuff.
it's at
No.
least 15.
Oh, it's way more than a mile and a half.
No,
There's a billabong in the middle?
It's like,
it's closer to a mile and a half than 800 miles.
I would
Yes.
I would give you that. Yes.
Hey Google, how long is the Panama Canal?
These are the things our listeners like to tune in for.
It's 40 miles long,
Yeah.
shoreline to shoreline.
Okay.
Still,
It's not a mile and a half.
not 800 miles.
Yeah.
Isn't it cool
Huh.
that the Panama Canal,
But anyways, I talked myself out of
the
it.
Pacific
obviously.
Ocean side, is
Gosh,
further
that
east?
that
than
kills
the,
me.
Caribbean side.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, to go
Should've
from
wagered
the
some points.
Pacific to the Atlantic, you travel east to west.
That's maddening.
But
Yes.
like, so the odds though of a geology, like even with your water knowledge, the odds of a U.S. geology random question out of this Jeopardy book being something that we both didn't know were so high
I'll give you that.
that I had to wager zero. It was the only play.
Am I dumb for crossing off the sand? Like,
Yes.
Yes, because if you look at the guy's name, Andrew.
no, but San Andreas means Saint Andrew. It's a Spanish name for the, not
Andrew just raises his hands.
referring to the apostle.
Okay. His name was Andrew Lawson.
Not referring to himself. He didn't saint himself.
How do you know that?
He could have named it like the St. Peter fault then, or something like that. If it was it's Andrew. I don't know.
Ben, your board has done things to us.
No, Mike did things to us.
No, Jeopardy did things to you. This is straight out of a Jeopardy book.
I was ahead for all of between the last question and Final Jeopardy. That was the only time I was ahead the entire game.
We had 2 people not even wager points on Final Jeopardy.
Weird things happened. 2 people wagered 0 points, and also all 3 of you had San Andreas Fault written on your boards. That's weird.
It's because it was the only obvious answer.
Honestly, Mike, that was a really good pick because we clearly didn't feel confident in the category, but we all knew the right answer, even though I didn't select that
picking
one.
a category that no one feels confident in, it leads to 0 wagers.
It leads to weird wagers, for sure.
That was dumb.
All right,
That was a great way to finish Ben's board because it was a bunch of dumb finished off with a little bit of
Ben,
dumb.
it was great. It was great.
Ben, you know how we feel.
Yep.
I
Should send in more.
personally,
Send in more boards, and KD will officiate them.
from as unbiased of a position as I'm trying to come from, I thought it was a really good effort. Even if trying to divorce yourself from whatever your score or outcome was, to
Ben.
have a listener submit those questions, that was awesome.
There's some new, fresh stuff. That,
Actually, Ben, it was great, but it was dumb.
Don't think too highly of yourself, Ben, but it was really good, but also dumb.
So thank you, contestants. Andy, that was an interesting win. I mean,
It was a win.
for 80% of it seemed like you should have won, and then for 10% of it seemed
Andy
like you
shouldn't be
shouldn't have.
winning.
And then the last 10% you in fact did pull out the win, because you were the only person with cojones enough to wager on a geology question.
Nobody has ever said cojones enough.
It's true.
Okay, Juan Pelota.
Cojones.
Oh, I hope you're listening, Juan. All right. Well, thank you, listeners, as well. And thank you especially to Ben. We appreciate that. And listeners, you too can have each episode featured in our show if you do as good a job as Ben. So please subscribe to our podcast. Leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. If they offer rating on other podcast platforms, I don't know.
I'm sure
Amazon.
I'm sure Google Play has.
Do we have Podbean? Are we on Podbean yet?
Bro, I don't know.
That's like the one we don't have, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Who uses that?
We'll
I
get
think
there.
it was like my dad who was like, I don't see you at Podbean.
No,
Wait, why does your dad sound like? Wait, who has a voice like that?
I
Like,
don't know.
like Beavis, maybe?
Yeah, something like
How do you
that.
distinguish between Beavis and Butthead? I'm not sure what either.
I don't know. One of them is Cornholio, right?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So,
I
anyway.
made my dad's voice like that so that kind of as a mole in the show, as in like if he actually does listen to it and he just never told me, that he would be like, I don't sound like
Hey,
that.
why do I sound like that?
I mean, sorry, he'd be like, I don't sound like that.
And yes, you are on Podbean.
What can we say about our dad? Because he'll never hear it.
Oh,
Really? I thought it was just your mom that doesn't listen.
you have a bad batting average against at Cincinnati.
Ooh, that's a low blow.
What else would...
I don't know.
I don't know. That's all I can think of. We'll try to get on Podbean for all you listeners out there. Until then, you can keep using your other apps. Tell your friends. Keep rating us. Send us an email at theguestroompodcast@gmail.com. That's how Ben got us his board, so you can feel free to send that as well. I've also had some listeners reach out to me letting me know that they don't have enough content for a full board, but they might want to get a category featured on the show. So if that is something that interests you, then come up with 6 questions or maybe 10 for a pub quiz, and we can try to feature those as well. We love your participation. We love hearing all of your comments, whether they're positive or negative, or whether you're commiserating with us as we fail to terrible questions or categories. Keep listening, and we look forward to seeing you next time. As always, farewell.
Bum, 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 bum.